Welcome to the next biggest winner. I'm George Cholis, host of the show that helps you on the hunt for the next big winning stock. On today's show, we're happy to introduce two great companies, Avivagen, trading on the TSX Venture Exchange, and DealNet Capital from the Canadian National Stock Exchange. So let's get straight to it. Join me in welcoming Cameron Groome, CEO of Avivagen. Cameron, welcome to the show.
Thank you, George.
All right, so Avivagen, interesting company. You're a biotech, but you're using biotech to create natural foods for pets and livestock. So I figured that pets would have been a really big business for you, but I never knew the livestock side. Tell us a little more about how you're producing these foods for these.
Well, what we've created are natural health supplements for companion animals, pets, and for livestock. And this comes from some discoveries that Avivagen made around how antioxidants and specifically carotenoids work.
And what are you finding the demand is out there? Because I know people really like to take care of their pets. I'm not sure about the livestock yet. I want you to really sell me on that. But we know people go over the edge and spend money on their pets, whatever's necessary. So what are you finding on that side? How's your business going on that side?
Well, it's going very well. We've created a product, oxyminol chewables for dogs, that we're now selling in the United States.
Right.
Our marketing partners, Bear Animal Health down there, are doing a great job for us. And we found that this product really helps the skin, the coat, the mobility, and the vitality of the animal, and just maintain good health. And that's important. We all love our dogs, and it's nice to see if they're getting more out of life.
Now, how's that helping the bottom and top line of Avivagen? Have you just started? How long have you been commercializing now, and what's the growth
We've just
forward?
started that. There are 78 million dogs just in the United States. So for people, our initial product is geared for dogs of all ages where people may have a concern and really want to make sure their dogs stay healthy.
Right.
And that's been going well. It is early days, and we're also looking at the potential for livestock in enhancing growth and feed conversion and keeping livestock healthier and really getting away from the growth promoting and prophylactic use of antibiotics in farming,
which a lot of us are concerned with. Before I get to that, let me get back to the marketing side. So you're having success in the United States. Playing devil's advocate, both of those spaces are very competitive. There are a lot of people chasing the companion animal markets, pets and livestock. What do you do in terms of marketing? Because it's hard a lot of times for small cap companies to find the cash out of their own pocket. So what's your marketing strategy to really capitalize on North American market?
Well, you know, the first advantage we have is that all our products are based on very good science. We've made some fundamental discoveries on how these carotenoid antioxidants actually work, and that they need to be fully oxidized in order to show the immune stimulating properties that we see. And it explains why a lot of trials of antioxidants have shown inconsistent results when you try and translate the theoretical science into practice. And so we've got great science. Then we're going at products that can be explained to sophisticated veterinarians. We're also developing some direct-to-consumer channels as well for other product SKUs, and developing the international livestock markets also. So really 3 arms for the marketing, all based on solid science.
You've developed a platform out of this. I'm going to refer, it's OxC-beta, because I want to make sure I got that right. Where'd that name come from, and how is OxC-beta the foundation of your company at this point from a product point of view?
Well, OxC-beta, the name comes from Fully-Oxidized beta-Carotene.
All right.
And what we determined was that if you take these molecules and you essentially bubble oxygen through them and fully oxidize them, you get a completely new class of compounds, natural compounds. I shouldn't say new, but perhaps unrecognized natural compounds that have some great health effects, and we really, really see it in the animals.
So how big is this market? And how big is this market, and how long will it take you to get to your full capacity one day in your optimal dreams?
Well, you know, there's 78 million dogs, for example, in the United States, going after animals where, you know, owners maybe feel the dog is at risk and they want to maintain better health. So, you know, we could see, you know, tens of millions of animals on our product, and you know, that's a lot of revenues.
Are you going to expand to other animals? Because I've heard you say dogs a lot. Can this be used for cats? Can it be used for, where do you stop, or where's your potential growth on the product development side?
Exactly. In companion animals, we would see it in dogs, use in dogs and cats. Certainly, we're looking at formulations for horses as well, where mobility is a big issue, and coat, having a nice, thick, lustrous coat on your animal. And then in livestock, there's some non-obvious markets. For example, like the shrimp industry. Right now, they use they're throwing antibiotics in the water, and you know, we can add a couple of parts per million into feed for shrimp, fish, poultry, pigs, cattle, and see real beneficial effects. So those are markets where certainly it's extremely cost conscious, but we're talking about literally tons of product being used.
We've all heard, so we have folks on the pet side for a little while. On the livestock side, it's interesting you touch on antibiotic. We've all heard to some degree the concerns of the amount of antibiotics that are pumped into our food chain. How are you guys able to minimize or possibly even eliminate the need for antibiotics in the food chain?
Well, what we'd be seeking to do is have our natural supplement added at, you know, trace quantities into feed, and then just enhance the immune system of the animals so they're better protected against, you know, insults in the environment. And that gets away from this prophylactic and growth-promoting use of antibiotics, where the animal isn't really sick, but they're administering antibiotics anyway.
Right.
And that's really where we see consumers, and even now the Ontario Medical Association just came out against the practice last month, finally. And better for the producers, better for the consumers, and better for the animal to get away from this and get into a better solution.
Cameron, very impressive. Great to hear about new things like this coming out of Canada. Thanks for joining us, and
Thank you very much.
We'll see you at the end of the show for the roundup.
Fantastic, thanks.
We're going to go to commercial and be right back with Bob Carelia of DealNet Capital. The next biggest winner is brought to you in part by